Hey there, I need you to stop scrolling right now because this is urgent. If you're getting Social Security, SSI, SSDI, survivor benefits, or spousal pay, there are two critical letters heading to your mailbox starting December 26th, right after Christmas. And I'm not exaggerating when I say these letters could completely change your tax situation and your financial future. The Social Security Administration is warning all 74 million Americans who receive benefits to watch their mailboxes carefully. These aren't just routine notices. These are tax forms that you'll need for filing your returns. And with all the new laws that just passed, you might see some unexpected changes that could mean thousands of dollars back in your pocket or owed to the IRS. Please stay with me for the next few minutes because I'm going to break down exactly what these two forms are, why they're so important this year, what the new tax laws mean for you, and what you need to do when these letters arrive. Plus, I'm going to tell you about a payment going out on December 17th that some of you are waiting for. Look, every tax season, I hear from people who are completely blindsided. They either didn't know they owed taxes on their Social Security or they missed out on deductions and credits they were entitled to because nobody explained it to them in plain English. These tax forms from the Social Security Administration are confusing enough in a normal year, but this year is different because of major legislation changes that just went into effect. And the people who need to understand these changes the most, seniors on fixed incomes, disabled folks, widows, and widowers, are the ones getting the least clear information about it. That's why this is being shared, because you deserve to know what's coming, what it means, and how to handle it without panicking or making costly mistakes. Before we get to those two crucial letters, let me quickly tell you about a Social Security payment going out on December 17th because I know some of you are waiting for it. If you receive retirement benefits, SSDI, or survivor checks, and you were born between the 11th and 20th of any month, your payment is scheduled for Wednesday, December 17th. This is part of the regular payment schedule where the Social Security Administration pays people based on their birth date. Here's how it breaks down. Born between the 1st and 10th, paid on December 10th. Born between the 11th and 20th, paid on December 17th. Born between the 21st and 31st, paid on December 24th. Now, there are exceptions. If you're a long-term beneficiary who started receiving benefits before May 1997, you get paid on the 3rd of every month, regardless of your birthday. So you already got your December payment on the 3rd. Same thing if you receive SSI, you also got paid earlier in the month. If you don't see your payment in your bank account, when it's supposed to be there, the Social Security Administration recommends waiting 3 business days, then checking with your bank or credit union. If they say everything is okay and the money still hasn't arrived, then contact Social Security about your missing payment. Now let's talk about the two letters that are about to hit mailboxes across America starting December 26th. The Social Security Administration is sending out tax forms called the SSA 1099 and the SSA 1042S. These forms show the total amount of Social Security benefits you received in 2025, and you'll need them when you file your federal income tax returns. Here's what you need to know. These forms will be available online starting December 25th, Christmas Day, if you have a My Social Security account. Physical letters will begin mailing December 26th. The SSA expects all of them to be delivered by the end of January. Why are these forms such a big deal this year? Because of new legislation that just passed. Changes in the tax laws mean that what you owe or what you might get back could be very different from previous years. There are two major pieces of legislation that are going to affect how your Social Security benefits are taxed. A bill signed into law in July. The Social Security Fairness Act signed in January. Here's the game changer. There's now a $6,000 deduction specifically for qualifying seniors. This means that if you're a senior, you can eliminate taxes on up to $6,000 of your income. For millions of Americans struggling with taxes, this is life-changing. Let me break it down. A single older taxpayer may now have a total standard deduction on their first $23,750 in income when filing 2025 taxes. That means no federal taxes owed on that amount. For married couples filing jointly, the numbers are even higher when combining all deductions. An expert put it simply, it's the middle and lower middle income taxpayers who will see the biggest benefit. It effectively wipes out tax liability for most elderly taxpayers. Here's something else. Since the legislation passed mid-year, it's possible that federal taxes were withheld from some Social Security checks based on the old rules. If that's you, you could see a bigger refund during the 2026 tax season, possibly thousands of dollars. So when you get your SSA 1099 form, pay close attention to it. File your taxes correctly. If you have a tax preparer, make sure they understand the new laws so you get every dollar back you're entitled to. Now let's talk about the other major law, the Social Security Fairness Act. This law removed provisions that had reduced or eliminated Social Security benefits for more than 2.8 million Americans who receive pensions from jobs not covered by Social Security. It affects public workers like teachers, firefighters, police officers, and other government employees, along with some spouses and widows or widowers. If you're in this group, your benefits may have increased. Some people even received a lump sum back payment of over $6,000. There has been some frustration from others asking, what about us? But this change was aimed at correcting a long-standing issue specific to public workers who were unfairly penalized. If you're one of the people affected by this act, your SSA 1099 will reflect those changes. Your benefit amount will be higher, and it must be reported accurately to the IRS. Let me be clear. Who needs to watch their mailbox starting December 26th? Social Security retirement recipients, SSDI recipients, SSI recipients, widows and widowers receiving survivor benefits, recipients of spousal pay benefits. Basically, if you're one of the 74 million Americans receiving any Social Security benefits, this applies to you. Also, a few specific groups: moms raising kids on disability benefits, veterans receiving both Social Security and VA benefits, seniors living on fixed incomes, public workers affected by the Fairness Act. Here's your action plan step by step. Step 1. Mark your calendar for December 26th and start checking your mailbox every day. You can't afford to miss or lose these forms. Step 2. If you have a My Social Security account online, log in on December 25th and download your form. Step 3. When you receive your SSA 1099 or SSA 1042S, do not throw it away. Keep it in a safe place with your other tax documents. Step 4. Check the benefit amount on the form. If it doesn't match what you received during 2025, contact Social Security right away to get it corrected. Step 5. Give the form to your tax preparer or use it when filing. Make sure whoever is preparing your taxes knows about the new deductions and laws. Step 6. If you had taxes withheld from your Social Security in 2025, double-check to see if you're owed a refund under the new rules. Step 7. Don't wait until April. Use January and February to get organized and fix any problems early. And some warnings. Don't ignore these forms just because you didn't owe taxes before. The law has changed. Don't assume you owe taxes. Check the numbers. Many people won't owe anything under the new deductions. Don't throw away any SSA mail without opening it. Don't wait 3 months to deal with this. Handle it early. Some additional context: the $6,000 senior deduction was a long-awaited change. It helps seniors offset the rising cost of living. The Fairness Act corrected an injustice for public workers who had been penalized because they received non-covered pensions. But there's still an issue. Benefits are not keeping pace with inflation. Social Security still uses the CPIW to calculate cost of living adjustments, but that index doesn't reflect senior spending habits, like healthcare. There's a push to use the CPIE instead, the Consumer Price Index for the elderly, which could increase benefits by $300 to $500. That change hasn't happened yet, but many believe it should. Here's the bottom line. These two tax forms arriving after December 26th are critical. With all the new laws now in effect, you need to understand what's changed and how it affects you. The $6,000 deduction, higher standard deductions, and the Fairness Act could mean many people owe less or get a bigger refund, but you need to take action. Watch for the forms, keep them safe, file accurately, take the deductions you've earned. This system is complicated, but you can handle it. You're not alone. Help is out there. Tax professionals, benefits counselors, and support resources are available. Stay informed. Stay prepared. Starting December 26th, check that mailbox. When your SSA 1099 or SSA 1042S arrives, treat it like gold. Don't lose it. Don't ignore it. And don't wait. You've got this. You can get through tax season. And you might even be pleasantly surprised when you see how much more you get back or how much less you owe. Take care of yourself. Watch your mailbox. Stay ready for what's coming.